The Marvels is coming out very, very soon, and yet the hype just isn't there. So, our friends, not really friends, somebody we see on Twitter quite a bit, the Moonlight Warrior, asks, why do you think the Marvels isn't selling well? And no, I don't want answers like, because it looks bad. I want real, well thought out reasons. And, it got me thinking. It's pretty crazy that after all this time, after all these failed Marvel movies, after seeing an episode of South Park that we saw this past weekend, that people still do not understand why Marvel movies like this are failing. Let's not forget that Captain Marvel isn't getting her regular sequel just like every other character has in the MCU. No, she had to be helped and held up and boosted up by two other characters, two other leads, because she is so unlikable, because she is just... Nobody cares about Brie Larson anymore. They don't like how she treats the fans. They don't like how she plays the victim card constantly when things don't go her way. Oh, it's because I'm a woman. Oh, it's because men don't like women and strong women. Forget the fact that we've had multiple strong female action heroes over the last 40 years that men and women have all loved and have been very successful in their franchises. But let's not think about that or talk about that. Josh from Den of Nerds here, because it's pretty simple. The audience is rejecting it. For some, the movie looks just like just another MCU thing. For some, it represents the pandering that has them beyond frustrated. And that's kind of the big one right there. All right, yeah, absolutely. It does look just like any other MCU movie. And over the last 5-6 years, they haven't been doing very well in promoting and pushing out. And I won't even say 5-6 years. I'll say 4 years. Let's be honest here. It's been 4 years with Marvel just not being able to put out good content. They're not writing well. They're not doing production well. The VFX aren't good. So yeah, people aren't going to want to go see just another cookie cutter movie. And as he said, it represents the pandering that's going on. Whether that was the intent, which 99% sure it was, the intent is to showcase woman power. Let's go, woman power. For as much as people want to sit there and say, oh, there's been 5 million action movies about men and strong men. There's a couple reasons for that, okay? Through the history of the world, the men have been the protectors. The men have been the warriors. The men have been the ones to put on the persona of such action-oriented beings. It's not a bad thing. It's not a negative thing. It's life. It's how life has been. But you gotta go ahead and you gotta change. Things change over time. Yeah, you're right. Things do change over time. But it's something fundamentally in the core of the human race. That's not to say that women can't be powerful. That's not to say that women can't be warriors. It's not to say that we can't get great action stars who are females. We absolutely can. But whenever you specifically push a film, and you specifically push these characters that simply push this narrative like woman power, better than men, and they dumb down the men in films, and they make the men look foolish just to boost up the women, that actually does two things. That is sexist against the men, first of all, and second of all, you are showcasing how weak the women actually are because you have to dumb down the men to make them look powerful and heroic. And that's just the wrong way of doing it. Take a look at a movie like Alien with Ellen Ripley. They didn't dumb down the males. No, Ellen Ripley was a badass, an absolute badass. Xena the Princess Warrior, another badass. Comics have been doing it for years. But as soon as we moved into this 21st century and started putting the comics to screen, things began to change. And people don't want to see it anymore. People are sick of it. We're all sick of it. So if you want to know why people don't want to go see Captain Marvel, The Marvels, there's your answer. Yes, it doesn't look good. It looks like a typical cookie cutter MCU film. Regardless, I think Iman Vellani, who plays Miss Marvel, was fantastic in her show. She is a superstar in the ranks. She's rising through the ranks, and she's going to be a huge star someday. But that doesn't help this movie when you have a lead actress such as Brie Larson, who is the embodiment, who encapsulates everything that's wrong with Hollywood right now when it comes to pandering and feminism. So there it is. That's why no one cares about the Marvels. That's why they're trying to do all this different marketing that they've never tried before to try and get people interested. It's not working. It is not working. And it's a shame. It really is a shame. Let me know your thoughts. I want to know what you think. Are you going to go check out the Marvels? Are you interested in seeing the Marvels? Do you care about the Marvels? Are you sick of Marvel? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll talk at all of you later.